tea. Fores and after brunch liqueurs awaited. The conversation grew louder, the anecdotes more boastful. Someone brought up hedge funds, stumbling over basic terminology, but everyone nodded sagely as if they fully grasped the complexities. I bit my lip to hide a smile. Amelia turned to me again. So, Lena, are you traveling anywhere soon? We've got a plan to do a group trip to St. Bart's in the summer, she said, her tone curious but lightly challenging. I shrugged. I've been traveling off and on. A few months ago, I visited Peru to check out a program I helped fund in the Sacred Valley. Her brow furrowed. A program you helped fund? Before I could elaborate, Tamara interjected with a forced laugh. Oh, Lena's always donating to something or other, not sure if it's some local community drive or an overseas group. She's really into that stuff. She said it in a way that trivialized my efforts, as if my philanthropic work were a childish hobby. Amelia giggled politely, but she looked slightly intrigued. I noticed that small spark of curiosity and tucked it away, wondering if it would resurface later. Finally, the brunch ended, and Tamara's circle trickled out with air kisses and promises to meet up soon. The house grew quieter, only the staff clearing plates and rearranging furniture in the aftermath. Tamara turned to me, arms folded. Thanks for behaving, she said, half sarcastically. Mom will be glad to know we didn't kill each other. I sensed her tension, though. She didn't look me in the eye when she spoke. Maybe she was aware of the tension in me too. The line about me being too poor echoed in my head. Why would you say something like that? I asked softly, not wanting a fight but needing some closure. She sighed dramatically. Because it's true, Lena. My friends and I live a certain festive, luxury trips, designer outfits, exclusive parties. You can't keep up. That's all I meant. I studied her face, searching for any hint of remorse. Sure, I said finally. No worries. She pursed her lips, as if unsure how to respond to my calm. After a pause, she asked, almost curiously, but seriously, how do you survive on that finance salary? You don't ask Mom and Dad for money, do you? I just shook my head, smiling faintly. I stayed one more night, determined to at least fulfill my parents' wish that we spend Easter together. But I left early the next morning, refusing Tamara's half-hearted offer of a chauffeured ride to the station. My modest car, an older model I kept in impeccable condition, was parked at the curb. As I loaded my suitcase, Tamara stood on the porch in her satin robe, sipping a latte, looking every bit the social media queen. A fleeting twinge of sadness pricked my heart. Even with all our differences, she was still my sister, someone I'd known and loved my entire life. But at that moment, we felt worlds apart. The drive home was filled with silent introspection. I replayed the brunch, the subtle, and not so subtle, slights, the laughter at my expense. The words that stung the most, she won't fit in. Not because they were necessarily wrong, but because of the assumption behind them, that I needed or even wanted to fit into that circle. I didn't. My life was full in ways Tamara could never comprehend, and ironically, I probably out-earned everyone at that table combined. I resolved to keep my secret intact. If it ever came to light, it would be on my terms, not theirs. Back at my own apartment, a spacious, sunlit loft in a quieter neighborhood, I sank into my favorite reading chair. As I gazed at the hardwood floors and the minimal but high-quality furniture I'd chosen for comfort more than show, I felt the calm that always enveloped me here. My phone buzzed. A reminder that a scholarship deadline was approaching. That was me. Never a moment's rest from the various philanthropic projects I managed. I opened my laptop and reviewed new investment updates. A couple of the stocks I'd been Tracking had skyrocketed.